Hi everyone. So today we're gonna see in the video tutorial we're gonna see how we can create a Spring Boot basic application. So I already did that thing, and I'm gonna I'm gonna push that code to my GitHub. So it will be GitHub Adarsh Kumar Singh Spring Boot. So in this location I'm gonna put the Spring Boot code so you guys can pull it out from there. So in this process first we'll go through the pom.xml because I'm gonna use a Maven to build the Spring Boot application, not the Gradle as of now, but going forward we'll switch to Gradle also and we'll see. So the foremost thing which we need is a Spring Boot parent startup dependency, which is which will pull all other related dependencies for our application. This is the organization, license, developers and repositories from where it need to pull. Then some properties, application like encoding, Java version, JUnit version, SLF4j, log4j version. Then I've added a Spring Boot starter, web starter. Then I have used JSON API, which is used to convert string to the JSON for JSON manipulation things. And we have a Spring Boot test dependency, and all rest are like JUnit, SLF4j logging stuff. So one more thing, this is our these are the basic configurations, resources and all. But in the plugin section, if you see, I am having a normal Maven plugin for building, and this is a Spring Boot plugin which will create a executable for the Spring Boot application. So let's go to the directory structure now. So if you see in the directory structure com.ESpark.Adarsh, I'm having only one controller which is hit by /application/welcome, and it gonna produce JSON out of this. And we have a configurations here, some basic configuration. So if you see earlier in the Spring MVC we have @controller, but in Spring Boot we got a @rest controller, and this will enable all the configurations automatically. This is for the request mapping, and this is what we need to scan the property file from this location. So that's how we can write our controller, and this gonna inject the message from the property file. Rest are the basic configurations like what type of data it gonna produce and what request it gonna accept. And after that, what it gonna produce a map of string key and string value, which gonna wrapped by response body and translated into JSON. And if we see our property file, we have configured the server port on which server will execute, and this is a basic message. This is a log related configuration. So there are multiple ways of executing this application. So I have created a main method which gonna run this. So I'm just executing this. I have created ready-made application because I don't want to waste time on writing the code from the scratch, because I already explained everything line by line. So if you see the Tomcat, internally Spring Boot pulls a Tomcat, embedded Tomcat, which started on HTTP 8080 port. So now what I'm gonna do, I've created a help document also here where I have kept that how you can run the application by using Maven, also URL, and how you can break it, what makes this application as a bootable, and all the other steps I have kept it already. So if anybody is interested, he can just go through this small help document. So I have copy pasted the URL from there, and I'm gonna paste it here. So I got the JSON message, but to see it more properly, we're gonna use Postman, which is a REST based client. So I'm hitting the URL with the get request, and let's see. So this is the message, hello, and this is a result of system.get properties, where I have kept the username, and this is a message and this is a name property. So folks, that's how we can just create a Spring Boot basic application. If you see logs, so everything will be normal, nothing has been changed here. So this is a one way of executing the application. Another way, which I was telling you, that same thing from the Spring, what we can say, mvn clean install. So it gonna build the complete application, and I have written some test cases which gonna fire up here, and it gonna assert some of the things like JUnit and Mockito test cases are kept there. So 2 test cases are executed, build is successful. So I forgot actually to go through the test cases also, so let's go to the test cases. This is a REST based client, actually that is a debug point which I have kept here. So here what I have done, I have just executing this class with the JUnit runner. That Spring application configuration for Spring Boot is a configuration class, is a controller class for us. Web application configuration, integration testing, server port, as of now I have given 0 here, and this is a default thing because that will be overridden by this port to hit the server. And this is a message, and I have created a REST template here. So what I have done, I have just created a URL here for hitting the service, and I have created the REST template, and from the template I am getting the base URL. And after that, what I am doing here, I am just hitting the server by using REST template, and I am getting a response entity, and that response body I have converted into the string, because that data is inside the response body. So I told that response.getBody, I'll get the data string, JSON string, and that JSON string I have converted into map object, because from there my service is returning a map. And then after that I have done the assert whether the name is proper equal to this, and the message contain this or equals to that. So that's a one test case. And here we have used Mockito. So here we have mocked the things, same sort of stuff, nothing great here, just Mockito servlet context here we have configured. With the help of Mockito builder, we have just created a MVC, mock MVC, and then again we are hitting the URL with the media type, and we are expecting the status as a OK, and expecting the content as a it can contain hello as well as the username which we are getting in the so if it contains this, application will be passed. So I'll just gonna execute it first for you. Like I have said, right click here. I'm using, by the way, I'm using IntelliJ, IDEA IntelliJ, because it's the best ID which I found till now. I've used many IDs, but I prefer IntelliJ, it's best IDs. And so this gonna pass. So same thing, I'm gonna execute another JUnit test case basically. So my test case has been passed here. So now folks, I need to tell you how we can just execute the Spring Boot application by using command prompt. So we need to say mvn spring just a minute, I forget the syntax actually. That's why I always spring -boot and run. So this it's like we in the web applications we just create we'll just in the Maven configuration we'll just embed the container itself, like Tomcat container or JT container. So to execute those things itself, we need to execute the same command mvn, and then whatever the thing we have, JT or Tomcat :run. So same sort of things we need to do mvn spring -boot :run. So it gonna fire up the complete application from command prompt. So here you can see the Tomcat has started on port number 8080 and everything goes well. So if we see, if we just reset this and if we're gonna hit this URL, we're gonna get the same response, and here also we're gonna get the same response. So folks, that's how we can execute. And to break this execution from the command prompt, we need to say press Ctrl C, and it's asked for terminating of the job, and we need to say yes. So that's how folks, we can create our Spring Boot basic web application. Thanks for watching. Hope this will help you a lot.